Oh shit, what? I'm probably gonna kiss you. Well, you didn't miss the moment earlier. So, if you don't want that, you should kick me in the balls or something. Dude, I'm not gonna kick you in the balls. That's not a good thing to do. You can just say no. Unless that's not enough, then apparently kicking you in the balls would be okay at that point. Strong, warm hands come up to brace you by the shoulders as his head cranes towards yours. His mouth is close enough that you can smell the alcohol-heavy denseness of his breath. The option is there to kick him in the balls? What is wrong with you people? Don't just kick somebody in the balls. What was happening? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, okay. Don't move, kiss him first, or pull back, or not ever do that to somebody. You press your mouth to his before common sense can come and interfere. He barely misses a beat before his lips are working against yours, tongue pushing in immediately. I can't believe I'm reading this right now. He isn't a rough man by nature, but years of isolation and hard living has made him rough. Well, no kidding. It's a thought that's occurred to you before, and it seems more relevant than ever right now. He kisses like he talks, like he moves, like it would almost be gentle, but that isn't something he's learned. The longer you remain entangled, the less chance there is of bringing this runaway train to a halt. Things are going to get out of control if you don't stop now. Probably stop. Oh god. We're only about halfway through the story. I feel like there's a lot more to go, so we're just gonna stop it. Temptation battles with common sense, and then you're pulling away. We should stop. Unable to hide his disappointment, Trash nonetheless withdraws his hand and plasters on a smile. Good thing one of us is thinking with her hand, huh? The silence that has suddenly slammed down around a shack is thick and incredibly awkward. Much pretty too drunk to function. Yeah. Just gonna hit the sleeping bag. Yeah, you go sleep. Trash moves to the floor and wraps himself in his bedroll in record time, leaving you blinking and sitting lost on the bed. Oh. Wow, he moved back to the bed. Wow, that was really fast. I was gonna say, oh, you can take the bed, maybe. Yeah, okay. You hit the power button on the CD player, plunging your world into silence. So partly because you're exhausted, partly because your head is swimming in alcohol, and partly to escape this embarrassing situation, you fall into the bed. I'm kind of glad I didn't choose the other option, because I think if it did work out, probably not, depending on what happened here. It would have been very awkward for me to read, but I guess, sometimes you just gotta do it. When you start a VN, you gotta finish it, right? Within moments, you're asleep. Morning? Hello? Oh, okay. The next morning, you wake up feeling absolutely terrible and totally hungover. Your mouth is dry and still tastes like slop, and an unpleasant constant pulse has started pounding away just behind your eyeballs. I've never gotten that drunk to get a hangover before, though. Trash is already up and moving around the shack, not looking too hungover. He does, however, freeze like an animal caught in a car headlights when he realizes that you're awake. Hey, morning. Morning. What's up? Listen, He stops and sighs. I'm really sorry about last night. You were right to put a stop to it. Yeah, we were both pretty wrecked, and I got next to no self-control, so we probably would have ended up doing something we'd be regretting right now. Oh dear gosh. But just so you know, I'm not sorry I kissed you. That's good to hear. Anyway, today's a new day, right? Oh, and on that note, I've got some good news. What's that? I looked outside earlier, and guess what? The red cloud's finally backing off. Yay! Reckon it'll be safe by tomorrow. We'll be able to go outside? Yep, so all we gotta do is to not kill each other today, and then tomorrow you'll both be free. I mean, we'll both be free. The relief that hits almost knocks you over. Finally. You rinse the worst of the taste out of your mouth, and then go back to the bed. For the rest of the morning, you lie there, nursing your hangover, while Trash goes about his business. After a few hours or so, the worst of the backache, backache? Where did that come from? The work of the headache is gone, and you feel safe enough to stand again. Curious, you meander over to where Trash is sitting at his scrap table, quietly cleaning his gun. It occurs to you that he hasn't done anything noisy today. Maybe he's being nice to you. Because of your hangover? Yeah, that would be bad loud noises. Among the piles and piles of stuff on the work table, you notice an old intact radio that looks it might actually be serviceable. Did you fix this? Huh? Trash looks up distractedly. When his eyes land on the radio, something complicated flits across his face, almost too quick to catch. Maybe his uncle, maybe Billy did it. Oh, yeah. Or not. It's a lost cause, though. You couldn't make it work? Forget about it. It's useless. He sounds so dismissive, but you can tell just by looking at the radio that he obviously worked long and hard on restoring it. You didn't Carly it and forget the batteries? You want to press the issue, but Trash has a very I don't want to talk about this look on his face. Okay. Butter him up first, be direct, grab his intention, grab his attention with an insult. Let us not be a jerk, because clearly he's unhappy about it. Be direct or butter him up first. I mean, sometimes it's nice to just ease it in, you know, slowly. And sometimes it's good to be direct, but I guess we'll, you know, ease it in rather than being too direct, because he doesn't look happy. I found it hard to believe that you, of all people, couldn't fix this. Yeah, well, look, just because something works doesn't mean it's worth using. But what if it could pick up a radio signal? Trash scoffs. From who? I don't know anybody. Well, from other survivors, or a distress signal, or a government broadcast or something. Oh my god, Lana, there's no one out there. How many times do I have to say it? Okay, how far have you explored? Just get used to the idea, okay? I was out there. That's different. Yeah, I was out there. Is it? All these years and you didn't have to be alone, Trash? I guess he doesn't want to face the truth. Yet. I didn't have to be lying half dead in a bunker full of corpses. So don't you think it's worth taking just one more look? Fine, you know what? You want to waste your time? Go ahead. Yeah, he's definitely pissed. But I'm telling you, it's pointless. If I couldn't get anything 6 years ago, why would there be anything out there now? I don't know. Maybe somebody just managed to fix the radio now. You don't know, but you have to try. The radio flicks to life and you start tuning. Maybe there'll be some music. Some indie band out there is playing music. Well, over an hour later with no results, Trash is starting to get that familiar smug look on his face. Alright, buddy. Your hope, which has been slowly dwindling, is practically extinguished by this point. Extinguished. Yeah. As much as you hate to admit it, he might be right. There's not even a trace of anyone else. We can try every day. If we don't want to suck up batteries, you probably shouldn't. You really are alone. Well, I hate to say I told you so, but... Wait, shh. There's something. For a second, you thought you heard... Yes, there is something, just under the white noise. Even Trash stops to listen. As you strain to make out the sound, it becomes clear that whatever it is a signal. It's faint, but it's there. When you turn on the radio, you're reaching out blindly into the void. Someone is reaching back. Who is it? The first step. The first step to what? Finding somebody else? Hope it's a friend, and not somebody bad, like those lab people. With a bit of finesse, you finally tune into the signal. The faint sounds beneath the static turns out to be nothing more than a series of beeps. Morse code, perhaps? Trash looks shocked for only a moment before becoming dismissive and uninterested once again. Well, I ain't all brushed up in my secret code, so I'll have to decrypt this one on your own. Oh, so you'll have to decrypt this one on your own. Thank you for telling me that. You take a seat and press your ear to the radio speaker. The beep's still barely audible even now. After a moment, an exciting thought comes to you. What if these are coordinates? You remember seeing a big map around here somewhere. Trash would consult it every now and again. Digging around, you find it and lay it out on the table, pushing Trash and his work to one side. Hey! Obviously, it's a map from long ago, when roads and towns' boundaries meant something, but it's been scribbled on, over and over, with notes more relevant to the area as it exists today. Things like scav sites or muty hideouts as they relate to the position of the shack. Markings obviously made by either Trash or Billy, or both. Listening to the series of beeps again and again until they finally start to make some sort of sense. You place your finger over a point on one of the outer edges of the map. If you're right and these are coordinates, then this is the right place. Also, it could possibly be dangerous, but... Trash, look! This is where the signal is pointing. Trash stares at the map through narrowed eyes. Then, with his finger, he draws an invisible circle around the middle of the map, with the shack as its central point. See this? This is how far you can get before you hit the red cloud. But there are points marked outside that area. It's true, there are scribbles made all over the map. Billy made those long ago, when he obviously had a death wish. So it's not impossible to travel outside the circle then. But it gets riskier and riskier the further you go out. Yeah? Okay, maybe the cloud moves, but it sweeps in so fucking fast it'll kill you before you even know it's there. And it's pretty much uncharted out there. Nowhere's safe. It's like you're making reasons not to hope. I just don't think it's worth getting excited over a bunch of peeps. I mean, beeps. Or peeps. It could be peeps. We don't even know how old that message is. Whoever made it is probably long dead. But isn't it worth seeing where the coordinates lead? Worth getting killed? No, it ain't. A problem that's been niggling at you ever since you finally came here finally explodes out of you. How much longer are your cans gonna last, Trash? What are you gonna do when they run out? Whenever you go scavenging, it's to somewhere you've been a million times before. Admit it, you've exhausted all the resources here. You're going to die if you don't take a chance. Trash practically jumps to his feet, sending his chair skidding backwards on the ground. Who the hell do you think you are, huh? You think you come here, eat my food, contribute basically sweet fuck all, and think you have the right to criticize my way of life? If you don't like the way I run things here in my little shithole kingdom, why don't you just fucking leave? Are you throwing me out? We should both leave. Fine, I'm going. Those all sounds like bad options to say at this moment. Although, he has definitely a point. It's just that the point is also filled with anger. And having to face reality. Probably that's where the anger comes from. That's fine. We should both leave. Well, apparently he doesn't like me telling him what to do, right? I mean, nobody does, ultimately. But, are you throwing me out? Fine, I'm going. Doesn't sound like a good option either. I'm just gonna do this one. Are you throwing me out? Trash turns his head away, saying nothing. His entire body is coiled tight, fists balled and shaking at his sides. That's also not a very good question to ask when someone's very pissed off at you, but I would have just been like, I'm gonna say nothing. But seeing no other option, you back away and do as he says. 1 steps, 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps, 5 steps. You stop. Where are you going to go? Well, towards the coordinates. You've got nothing to your name, and no way surviving alone out here. What are you gonna do? Walk or stand? I'm not just gonna stand here and let my butt be absolutely fried by the sun for no good reason, so I'm probably gonna walk. With a deep breath, you take another step forward. Suddenly, the shack door slams open behind you. Wait! What? You turn back to see Trash standing in the doorway, breathing rapidly, looking afraid. What's up? Don't go. What? Don't leave me alone again. Oh. He gestures for you to follow him back into the shack, and you do. Neither of you speak for the rest of the day. Oh, God. Well, at least he didn't let pride, get the most of him. That night, you're lying in bed, trying to sleep. You're right. What? I've been doing the sums for months now. With the cans I've got here, there's maybe half a year left. Oh my gosh, that is not a lot. And with me helping with all the food, that's not gonna last very long. Maybe an extra month if there's a stash I miraculously missed somewhere. He trails off into silence. It'd probably take just one small final push. Didn't you say that survival is everything? Remember, I'm relying on you. Come on, it'll be fun. Sure. Let's just, ask him his own question. Didn't you say that survival is everything? You have to take the risk. Yeah, I did say that. He gives a deep sigh. Okay, let's do it. That's the last thing he says that night. Yay, we're gonna go on a field trip. A very dangerous and deadly field trip. But in the morning, the preparations begin. Yay, we're moving now. Together, you fill 2 backpacks with food cans and flasks of water. Very important water. Trash takes out a long look at the map before tucking it into the back of his jeans next to his gun. You work quickly. Maybe Trash is trying to get things done before he has a chance to change his mind. After all, it's a big, dangerous world beyond this shack. Yeah, after living here for so long, I'd understand that you'd not want to go. This is what we've known for a very long time and what we deem as safe, but it can't always be safe. Outside, the last of the red cloud has cleared up, and the sky is bright and clear. Affixing his goggles, Trash sends you a grin. You ready for this? Hells yeah, I am. I was born ready, as I'll ever be. Actually, maybe we should just... Yeah, I was totally born ready for everything, totally. Oh good, that makes one of us then. I was just trying to be a little bit more motivational, Well, let's go chase this radio signal. Damn it. Radio signal, shall we? The shall me kind of made me go shingle. And like it's the simplest thing in the world, you head off.